Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a hopefully quite short wander through my empties for I think really probably the past 2 months, definitely since January, and I'm guessing actually taking in December as well. As usual, there are quite a few repeats, so I keep them all in a box which is spilling everywhere. Things like the Mitchum triple odor defense deodorant. You know that this is my deodorant of choice. It's not organic or friendly to the environment. I regret to say it's in an aerosol spray, but it is actually the only really effective antiperspirant that I've found of recent years. So notwithstanding the impact on our planet, I'm afraid I still am quite devoted to it. I think, you know, it's always just as an aside, it's difficult, isn't it? Because there has to be some sort of balance. I do think we need to be more conscious of our impact on the environment, and indeed, you know, in relation to fashion, for example, with fast fashion, the impact on other communities who are being used in sweatshops or whatever to produce the clothing at the prices we're prepared to pay. But equally, there comes a point where things have to be effective as well. And I don't want to go around being a bit sweaty and smelly at the end of the day, or even well before the end of the day. So that's been my issue with all the kind of more natural deodorants, antiperspirants in reality, that I've found. I could, of course, use roll-on or solid to at least minimise the effect of aerosol sprays. But again, I haven't found those as effective. My issue with those is that they tend to mark clothing in a way, for reasons I don't fully understand. Aerosol sprays don't, or at least the Mitchum's doesn't. So very interested if any of you have comments. People have suggested, you know, natural deodorants before, and I have tried some, but I have to say maybe I'm particularly sweaty and smelly. They haven't really worked for me, but always open to suggestion. Another repeat would be the Aromatherapy Associates, which I've spoken about so often. These are the bath and shower oils. They make a whole slew of other products now, which I don't tend to use. I have tried some of them. The body lotions are perfectly nice, but nothing extraordinary. But I do find the quality of the bath oils exceptional. And as I've said before, this one is Revive Evening. What else do I have in here? I have a Revive Morning, which is a gorgeous smell, actually. I don't have baths in the morning quite as often as at night. I've got a mini here, which is a Revive Morning that I had in a gift set. And what have I got here? Here we go. This is Deep Relax. And this is the initial one that got me onto this brand when I was having real trouble sleeping. I did find this really relaxing and effective, and it was having that one that kind of led me to use the other ones, which I also love. There's about 8 or 9 now, and I actually like them all. There's only one that I haven't liked, which was a limited edition forest fragrance one, which just smelt like loo freshener to me. And certainly that wasn't a repeat purchase, but the others all have been. Now, this also is a great favourite. I don't know quite what's wrong with my lens today, but too lazy to sort it out. Dermalogica, and it was the Ultra Calming Cleanser in the giant salon size, which is why it's not showing up terribly well in the viewfinder. I'm a double, triple cleanse person. Traditionally using this cream cleanser or a balm if I've been wearing makeup to remove the makeup, an eye makeup remover, and then using a wash to follow that up quite often. Or if I've used the cleansing balm, taking it off with a hot flannel, then perhaps using something like Bioderma. Now, I haven't replaced this Dermalogica Ultra Calming Cleanser, which is the kind of lotion cream cleanser that I've used for more than a decade, possibly 2 decades. Dermalogica is a great brand, hypoallergenic. I used to use a lot of their products when I was having more salon treatments, because a lot of salons used to use Dermalogica. I don't know if they do as much. And I would be recommended products. This was the one that I really stuck with more than any of the others. Some I didn't actually like that much. And I would buy it again. It's just I've really kind of, since my talk with the guy in the pop-up shop about the state of my skin and his advice to be using a glycolic-based wash more frequently, then I've actually been using a wash, well, most days, at least once. And I finished up that cream cleanser, and I don't intend to replace it yet. It's not to say I won't in future. This is a glycolic acid product, Liquid Gold by Alpha H, which I had been using before a wash, before I started using a wash with glycolic acid more frequently, because this I used to use kind of maximum twice a week, usually in truth once a week, as a kind of wipe on after my cleansing, as my exfoliator. And obviously, from what I was told, I wasn't doing the job terribly well. So I think it's a perfectly good liquid exfoliant, but is not suitable for my regime at the moment. Eye products. I'm never quite sure about the justification for separate eye products. I know the idea is it's thinner, more delicate skin under the eye, and it gets a lot of pushing and pulling, especially those of us who both wear eye makeup and have sensitive eyes and possibly wear contact lenses as well. But I don't know. I've never been... First of all, I've never really found a tremendously effective eye product that in any way reduced the dark circles under the discoloration, basically, under my eyes. I'm not saying I haven't got bags. Somehow they don't bother me as much as the darkness, which has to be concealed. And it's increasingly a big concealing job, to be honest, as I get older and more tired looking. But I carry on trying. This was a freebie in a gift with purchase. I'm not even sure what this brand is. Is it RM? I hate it when they use handwriting and it's not really clear what it's meant to be saying. Is that a W, a Q? I think it's an R and an M. DNA renewal eye cream. Useless. In a word, useless. I tried a new sample of perfume, Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. New formulation for Miss Dior. Quite nice, but too floral for me. I do like some white flower perfumes, but otherwise I'm not a huge floral fan. Here's a product that I did like. This is the Ciate, if that's how you say it, Wonder Wand Mascara. Now, you know me and mascara. I have my issues with mascara. Let's go back to my eye problems. My eyes now, obviously, I've always had slight crepiness around the upper lid, and that gets worse as you get older. So, there's that kind of flap, which is going onto the eyelid. Sounds attractive, doesn't it? So that's the downside. The upside of my eyes is I have naturally long, dark lashes. So I have had lash extensions in the past, but they're a waste of time because my eyelashes are actually naturally long and they're holding up quite well to aging. But the tips are lighter. So I don't absolutely need mascara, but definitely it helps. I can't be bothered to get my lashes dyed. And of course, during the pandemic, it was a total no-no for 2 years because you really didn't want a beautician shoving their face in yours and vice versa, even when they were allowed to be open. So mascara should be the answer. But because of both these long lashes that, you know, go back and touch my eyelid, then if they've got mascara on, the mascara transfers not just to the under eye area, that a lot of people have that problem, but the upper eye area as well. And I get kind of mascara mark up there. So real panda eye is a problem for me. And this is why I think mascara is a very personal thing. You know, you find mascaras are recommended. People rave about them. I try them and they're absolutely hopeless for me. But I can see that, for example, for someone who'd got much sparser lashes, wants really thickening, but's not got the issue of the transfer because their lashes are shorter to begin with, then a totally different mascara might be the one to recommend. So this is a long way of going round. I think there are only two mascaras that I really rate. One is Le Volume de Chanel, and that's the original Le Volume. I find is better than the waterproof one. And I don't like the other Chanel mascaras. I've tried them, believe you me. But Le Volume works for me. I think that may be because it's quite a sticky formula that doesn't particularly thicken the lashes. So if you're looking for a mascara, despite the name Le Volume, that's making your lashes look thicker, I'm not sure Le Volume is brilliant at that, but it does dye the lashes and add a bit of volume, and it doesn't, when it's dry, transfer. That's the key thing for me. So it works for me, but I know other people don't like it, so there we go. The other one that worked for me was Victoria Beckham's when she did it for Estee Lauder, and I wish I had stocked up on more. It was a completely different looking wand, a very tiny, thin looking wand, but equally it separated my lashes beautifully and it didn't transfer. Now this Ciate Wonder Wand, this is a thicker one, much more like the Chanel one, not completely. This also was not bad. It wasn't as good as the other two. So, for example, if I had a little snooze after I'd had mascara on or was blinking my eyes a lot, then there would be some transfer. But overall, pretty good. Sorry, that was a long talk, wasn't it? But worth doing. I always meant to do a video on cushion foundations, particularly when they were kind of more the rage than I feel they are now. I know most houses have a cushion range, so I guess they're pretty popular. To be honest, I don't love them. I know they're very popular in Asia. I like having one in my handbag for touch-ups, but I often forget to touch up, so it's a bit of a waste and they dry out before I've used them. But as the main form of coverage, I always want to wear a brush, want to use a brush, so I don't love them. This was, I also hate the way they look after even a few uses. This was a Guerlain one. I don't know why I got this. Lingerie de Peau, that's their kind of lighter range. It was okay, but I wouldn't buy it again, is the truth. One thing I have bought is the Ritual of Jing from Rituals, which is this kind of Asian bathing house outfit. They seem to be at stations. There's one in Covent Garden. There's one at King's Cross, St Pancras rather than King's Cross. I think there's one at Liverpool Street. This was a freebie somewhere or other, and it's one of these kind of foaming bath shower products. Just smells really delicious. I love it. So I have bought a replacement of that a little while ago, actually. I haven't used it. The other thing I love, I've talked about, Bath and Body Works, not in the UK. Why don't they come to the UK? I would be spending reams of money there every other week because I love their candles. This is Island Margarita. I love their gentle foaming hand soaps. Loved them in the pandemic when there was a lot of hand washing going on. I like having seasonal fragrances. This was a summer one, in fact, but only used up in the winter. Have to buy them on eBay, which is tedious to say the least. Rogue O'Neill Therapy Boost Hair and Body Wash. This was part of a kit. Now, Rogue O'Neill is another kind of culty product. I was recommended the bath salts, the Himalayan bath salts, again as a relaxing night treatment, which I didn't find remotely effective, although they smelt gorgeous in the very heavy jar. When you put them in water, they didn't smell at all. This came with a set. This was a bit nicer. This was supposedly a revitalising product. But when I look at the prices of them, I don't know how they justify it for what is essentially liquid soap. You might as well just go and get the cheapest Boot Zingy Invigorating Lemon soap for about 99p, in my humble opinion. Here is the aforesaid Victoria Beckham for Estee Lauder. This is my last backup mascara, which is now gunked up so much that I can't even get the lid off to show you the wand. So I'll put that to one side before I cry, because I haven't got any and backups left, and she doesn't make them anymore. I haven't tried her mascara for her own range now, so I ought to do that. Here's another Aromatherapy Associates Renewing Rose Body Wash. This was quite nice. Didn't smell too much of rose, which may sound odd because I'm not a great fan of rose-scented products. I'm not sure I would rush to buy it. Here's an unusual product. I can remember unpacking this and squealing with delight. Lipstick Queen Frog Prince Cream Blush. And it's one of those products that changes with your body. So green in the thing, but red on the body. The thing is, I kept it in a kind of travel pack and never really used it often enough to make much impact. And it's gone a bit gunky, so it's got to go. Lara Martin, friend and fellow YouTuber, kindly sent me a number of Abbey Royale sachets. This was well before Christmas, so these are December as well. The Double R Renew and Repair Serum. This was after I'd talked about the watery oil in this range that I really, really like, although I haven't been using it recently because I've been trialling the Augustinus Bader skin products. I didn't like this serum as much, really. It seems that it's the watery oil is the kind of outlier in that range that I really love. Ven Effect. Just look at this disgusting tube. This is why I've kept this to show you. This came as a gift with purchase, and it was a foaming gel cleanser, which I had in kind of travel bag. I hate it when, and this isn't just me, leaving the top off. Sometimes you get these kind of plastics that go really yucky very easily. NARS packaging, which looks gorgeous when you first get it, but there's something about that poly casing that attracts dirt, basically, and it looks awful very quickly. Finally, 2 Chanel samples, Sublimage La Creme. Yeah, I like this, I have to say, but I wouldn't pay for it, particularly while they're keeping it in a jar. You know my views about skin products with so-called active ingredients being sold to you in jars, open to the air. And then the Hydra Beauty Micro Cream. I liked this as well, much lighter, but very pleasant moisturising cream. So there you go. It wasn't quick at all, was it? And my table needs a quick dust and wax. But forgive that, please. If you've dragged yourself along to the end of this long video, please, I beg you, give me a thumbs up. And I promise not to do another one for a couple of months. Until next time, bye for now.